Oh no. What's up, gamers? We're back. Oh, thank God. Hate it when I just I move back and it's just blackness. It scares me. It scares me a lot. So, already into this draft, Luxor game picked up a Clock Shadow Shaman. Infinity have picked up a Magnus Ember. Unsurprised to see that again. It worked well in the last game, but the Ember pick is very early. And it makes me wonder if we are going to go back to the short-lived Ember 4.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
The Ursa ban will come out for Infinity. Luxor banned out the Legion Commander.
Dyer's turn to ban.
We have a Quap ban as well. Very interesting series of bans going on. None of the traditional carries being targeted at all, as we still have Terrorblade, PA, Anti-Mage, Spectre, Sven.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Means that this is going to be the last ban of the phase, so a lot of these big carries are still going to be available, which is kind of spooky. As they could really shake up how this game 2 plays out. Now, just a reminder, actually I have to real quick update the title. Infinity did win the first game, which puts them in a good position here. If they win this, they will go to second place in the standings. The Luxor really need a victory here, as yeah, this will be pretty devastating. They lose out on this group stage, as they were a direct invite. And Luxor will pick up the Slardar. So that's a very good, very good hero. Instantly countered with a Leshrac pick. Slardar is definitely one of those cores that has been coming back into the meta in a major way. And interesting to see this Lesh again from Infinity. It worked pretty well for them when we saw it in their previous series. But it does add a question mark into their mid lane, for sure. And both teams are just kind of ignoring the carries. Luxor did last ban that Faceless Void, so we won't see that carry. And we may see a Spectre in this game. Which is pretty surprising, as Luxor will pick up a Puck. And now suddenly I'm concerned. Well, there's a lot of carries left in the pool, so it's not a huge issue, actually. Usually when we see these safe lanes left for the last pick, you know, there's nothing left, because there's 6 carry bans in the second phase, and then 2 more in the final phase. But this game, it looks like, since there's not that many bans, Infinity not going to be able to take out that many carries. However, if Infinity doesn't pick a carry here, the pool could still get quite limited. And if they want Spectre, now's the time to pick that hero. Taking a minute to think about it. A good decision. They already have the Magnus, and Spectre Mag not the greatest combinations. Obviously, Spectre's not going to be upset about Empower, but they'll take the PA instead, and that's a much more traditional Magnus pairing. Now you have to imagine that they will remove the Spectre. I'd imagine they'll probably get rid of like a Spectre and the TB, as those are kind of the big two, or maybe a Spectre Sven.
5 seconds remain.
And this feels like a rough Shadow Shaman game, as a PA will just dagger you once and you will die in the mid game. Excuse me, I forgot to mute my mic there if you heard me taking the big sip. Hydrate up! The moon can stay hydrated, so can you. I heard about that, NASA said that there's water on the moon. We're finding out that there's water everywhere, man. As Infinity ban out the Weaver. Okay, that is definitely a targeted ban, I would have to assume, as Weaver's not really the carry that we're thinking of nowadays. Or perhaps it's a position 1 Slardar, and they know more than I do.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
So, at this stage, my brain is telling me that this is a 5 Magnus with a 4 Ember. And it seems strange, but I have to imagine that's what's going on.
10 seconds. Dire's turn to ban.
As the thing will ban the Judge, so Spectre Sven both still in the pool, and Terrorblade.
Radiant must
Luxor will ban out the Snapfire. This Infinity lineup, I really need to see something, so I'm a little concerned about it right now. What will we see to make this lineup work?
seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
They'll take an Invoker. Okay. 5 Lesh, 4 Ember, 3 Mag, 2 Invoker, 1 PA? I'm a little scared about this lineup, if I'm being honest. It concerns me. I don't like it when I'm left with such uncertainty after a draft.
5 seconds.
Luxor have everything except this carry. Have a lot of time to consider what they want. Said a lot of the big carries still in the pool. I have to imagine we'll see one of them, as they do feel so good right now. And they'll take the Lifestealer.
Your hero.
The Magic community will probably help them out a lot. This game is definitely not one of the big carries, but it's not bad. Definitely in that A tier of carry, maybe B tier, depending on how you look at it. So it is a carry PA. It is a 4 Ember. Where's the 5 going? It is a 5 Clock from the looks of things. Unless they change things up. Okay, Midvoker. And a 3 Lesh. I have to imagine Lesh is going to have a pretty bad time. I feel like a Lesh Ember lane feels really weak. So I have to go with Luxor in this game, I think. Infinity's lanes just feel bad to me. I feel like Lesh Ember into a Lifestealer Clock or possibly a Lifestealer Shaman. Either way, that's just death. They do have the mid Invoker. He does have Dark Artistry, so he does like Invoker. Or he spent a lot of money on the Battle Pass. PA Magnus is a very strong lane, but also kind of concerning is the kill potential from Slardar Shaman. Either way, it'll be really interesting to see how this game plays out. Because I do think, in general, Infinity is favored to win the series. But Luxor, I feel like they've outdrafted them. Also, G-Pride has a very ugly PA set, so we have to factor that into the win percentage. I don't like that PA. Oh, directed camera. Thank you for bringing me some. Wait, I actually didn't turn it off. Okay. Wow, that was almost dangerous. Yeah, I mean, just... I guess with the hood, it's not as bad. You know what? Okay. I'll take that. The hood makes it okay. So yeah, it is going to be the 5 clock from the looks of things. Unless they run a tri-lane here, but I think that would probably be a mistake. I feel like you want to punish this off lane of Infinity if you're on the side of Luxor. Obviously, they have quite a bit of damage, but still feels concerning. I'm interested to see what Raykill is going to take as his first skill. It's going to be Searing Chains? I'd have to imagine it is.
30 seconds and counting.
Will they be able to find this PA? Now, the level 1 kill is a little bit harder, because all they'll really have is the shackles, unless they do manage to catch in onto Prada. But no, he's doing an excellent job of walking away. Actually, he is walking up right into Stiflers. This actually could be death if he's not careful. The battery assault is going to start connecting, and Sono is in the area, but he did not take the point in the shackles, so Prada will likely just walk away. Take a significant amount of damage, though, for his trouble. And we will see a 2 or 2 on the bounties. Mid lane matchup. It is an old one. Puck Invoker does feel like a very classic lane matchup, but I have to imagine that it's going to go in Invoker's favor. Of course, it does depend on what he's going to elect to go for in terms of a actual build on Invoker, but with this first point in Quas, you have to imagine he's going for a Quas Wex build. This lane is already pushing out pretty heavily down the bottom. Looks like he is going for the Quas Wex. So, he's going to have a whole lot of damage, but it doesn't seem like it matters, as the very low armor of Puck makes him susceptible to that damage. Ooh, and a nice little tornado. The cold snap. This might actually be first blood. The fairy fire is there. The dodge is there too, but a couple more right clicks. Oh, but he got blocked by the creeps. It's not going to quite come out, and there will be a salve. Will it get popped? No, doesn't look like it. Now, with that level 2, Baton has the ability to dodge a lot of this damage. So far, doing a great job in this lane. Oh no, there's where the first blood's coming, as Kuka Hook pops the Fairy Fire, but it won't be enough. Unfortunately, only level 1, and that is when he is vulnerable. Meanwhile, look at this though. G-Pride does manage to get the jump away. Kashi, unfortunately, needed one more right click, but actually, if he just walks up and gets the hit, that might be a very dead PA. Now, though, G-Pride's had some time to heal up. I think it's less likely to see a kill. A nice little stun to ensure that last hit, though. Yeah, he's really playing with fire here. It's one hit from Akash. Could be enough to set up a kill. Doesn't look like it's going to occur, though. Now that I'm left, I'm sure it will immediately happen. Just the harass from alone. Well, so hard to deal with. The fact that that Wex gives attack speed is that he just gets so many of these right clicks out. Quite the unfortunate uphill misses. Clock locks in, but that's not where you want to be. Clockwork goes down. Okay, looks like he may try and continue on to Kukahook. He is level 3 now, but only has 1 point leveled. Feels a bit strange. Will manage to get out, though. But this lane is already going much better for a ton as he gets the silence into the Invoker. Invoker's taking a lot of damage, but with the lift, he'll be able to get damage back himself, and of course, is building that Quas Wex, so gets significant regen as each orb is giving him 3. That is before he levels up. And all of the trees are just not available. As there is a gank coming in onto a lone. This is going to be a shackle, and I have to imagine there's going to be a dead Invoker. He pops the Fairy Fire, but he will still fall. That is exactly what a ton needed. A rotation will secure him. At the very least, 1 kill. And it'll let him push out the wave, so when its bottle arrives, he'll get it back up to full HP and be back in the action. At the same time, G Pride, he's struggling in this lane too, as he is very weak. And that's when Sono's not even in the area. Now, of course, Sono is back. Doesn't have mana to really do anything. It's like that, a ton is back up to full HP. But he's actually taking quite a bit of damage and will lose most of his mana here. So suddenly, that bottle less useful than he was hoping for. Pop the Invis, get himself some HP and mana back. But Alone doing a great job of harassing him down, abusing that tower. Search radius. Down bottom. Might be able to make a play onto Akashi here. Prada currently is just sitting out in the trees, not really committing. Of course, they don't know that Shadow Shaman's not in the area. Now they will see him up into the north. Right now, the only difference between a ton and Alone right now is basically this slight kill, the kill differential as a Lifestealer, taking a lot of damage. Great Kill doesn't elect to go for the damage there. Now, Ton will get a DD rune. Is Rain on this mid lane? It's like the opposite of last game. Question is, will they do anything into Akashi here? Looks like they'll get quite a bit of damage, but actually, they're going to turn on a Prada, and G-Pride just needs to really, I think, commit here. Will do so now after the stomp goes out, and will get the kill. But look at this. Puck is coming to also try and get this kill, and the coil will come out. But a quick rotation from Invoker. Sono going to fall here for sure, I do have to imagine, as the EMP isn't really going to do too much. Meanwhile, in the other lane, though, there's a brawl as Raykill takes out Stiflers, but Kukahook takes out Valkyrie. Sono now will fall. Puck's back mid and farming. Very good rotation, as a ton having a much better game than the last one. This Puck looking much, much better. Off to a better start, already doing more in the game. That's really what Luxor needs. And Alone is kind of just wandering at the moment. Looks like they may try and make a play onto Akashi. Akashi does get the stun bound, but the cold snap comes in. Prada actually pushes him away a little bit, which isn't exactly what you want. However, I don't think it's going to matter with the lift up. The EMP doesn't even need this. A crit comes out. Will they dive for Sono, though? That's the real question. The answer is no. Meanwhile, though, Raykill, the one advantage to having an Ember 4 is he can do okay in this mid against the Puck. Now Invoker starts to look for his return. He'll put down a ward. Will they try and make a play onto a ton here? You have pretty good ways of doing this. When the root is there, and actually with that cold snap, no, it won't be quite enough. The Puck, though, is taking quite a bit of damage, but they don't estimate right. And Puck will get out. The ping is correct from Invoker. Relax, you're doing fine is there. But oh no, Puck's going to acquire a regen rune. So all that for nothing, unless it gets interrupted by Raykill, which it will. That will reveal the ward, but it may well be worth it. Valky doing pretty okay for himself. Has a decent number of last hits and is farming up this jungle, but Hug is having a free game. PA, though, also doing just fine for himself. A Magnus stacking camp, but currently doesn't have that Empower on him. It's not farming as well as he could. Oh, okay, maybe been caught out. Oh, but he's popped the Diabolic Edict. I don't know if you want to be there, Stiflers. Stiflers is taking a lot of damage. This is not the commit that you want. He will drop. Indeed, he will. But Puck is now actually just committed with that. And as Invoker can come in from the sidelines and get that cold snap, suddenly a Tun's in a lot of danger, but he will. Oh, no. He won't get out the tornado to stop the escape, as it's only a 1 level in that phase shift, and now the mana burn's there. There's not going to be any mana for either of the dire heroes. Raykill, though, also very low on mana, but the slow is available. Akashi popped his wand, so he now has mana as well. But oh, Raykill, you have to be so very careful. Akashi has 3 bash charges, and he will get the kill. The pushback as well onto Alone. Alone has no real escape options here, trying to get out, but he will fall. So it looked very good. Ends up going much more poorly, unless Kukahook goes down. Kukahook does pop the ult, or the Q, so he is able to walk away and will be just fine. But overall, that's a fight in favor of Dire, especially when you consider that Akashi now has a drums complete. And this up top, Valky will be the next to fall, I have to imagine. Although with that ultimate out, he's dealing a lot of damage. Sono also getting very weak, but he will not survive. The Diabolic Edict is too strong. The Tornado, though, doesn't connect onto Kukaha. So he will live. Unless Raykill can catch him out. Doesn't look like he'll be able to, but actually it's going to be the Puck that might be caught out here. No, just a little bit of harass. He has now left that lane to begin farming, has the Empower, and has the stacks, and oh my word, look at that stack. Dire definitely is going to want to put a stop to this. Question is, are they going to immediately smoke up? They do have one. But PA's in the area. With this, PA will be able to slowly farm away with the combination of the Empower and the Blur. Should be able to finish off the camp, no problem. Dire have now smoked up. It looks like they might want to get something, but Slardar, you are not going to be able to get anything. Stack will be dead now. There are actually 5 Radiant Heroes in the air. Looks like they're going to make a play onto Valky, but this might be dangerous as Radiant's already in a position to slow this down. But it's worth knowing this whole time, Kukahook takes a tier 1 tower, is solo free farming. Yeah, those does still have the advantage, but I have to imagine we're going to have a fight break out as Sumo takes a lot of damage, and a ton also has to be careful with the Clockwork Initiation onto Valky will be there. Valky, though, dealing a lot of damage, so well, even though he drops, I think he's still going to secure the kill onto Stiflers. The question is, will Invoker be able to get out? No, and Stiflers does pop to the EMP. Let's say he somehow survives. Now Reiko and Prada both have to just try and get out. Akashi will not be able to chase. But yeah, that is obviously a very good fight for Luxor as they take out 2 cores in exchange for 1 support. Look at this. They're trying to find G-Pride. G-Pride will smoke up, but a ton. Try. No. Not able to find him. Fire now setting up around this tier 1 tower. The Serpent Wards are available. Invoker's forced to come in, but Infinity, man, they're feeling a little bit weaker right now. They're going to try and make a play here. The lift is actually very nice. The hook will be forced to pop that enraged. They start clearing out these birds, and they will do so. Serpents, they'll do so just fine. And Valky will take a tower in the meantime. That's very aggressive positioning from G-Pride, and he takes a lot of damage. Get this wrap around. Akashi doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, but they have surrounded PA. There's no escape from this tower other than the north route, which is the one that take. The rest of his team is smoked up as well. If they could catch a ton here, this could be a very good initiation. Instead, they'll find Sono. They'll lift him. The EMP is there as well, so he will lose all of his mana. He will drop, but with that, they will initiate directly onto the Invoker, and it's a very good initiation. The RP isn't going to matter, I don't think, although there is a really big commitment from Reiko there. Using all 3 Remnants so far, though, it is a 3 for 2. And again, they're trading cores for supports. So I don't think they care at all. As look, yeah, another big win for Luxor. And now, suddenly, they have to be careful. The silence comes up, but Valky did get the ultimate off, so I'm going to be a bit hesitant about engaging. Well, he does lose almost his entire HP pool. Look at that, the 9 gold steal from the Lash Valky. Will secure it. As a ton does take quite a bit of damage from that tower, so I'm not going to be able to continue this push. Right now, I think Radiant definitely need to start moving out as they feel very weak right now. And Dota Plus doesn't give huge odds to Luxor. Only 62%, but they're definitely more powerful right now. As looking at these bounty runes, it's going to be 2 for 2. Okay. Okay, surely they're not actually going for us. They're just hanging out in the pit. Raykill will not be spotted out as that ward expires. And PA still leading the pack. As a Deso, going for a Manta style, probably to purge that silence as well as the corrosive haze. Very intelligent decision. As those abilities can be quite powerful. They're trying to bait the Q out of Kukahuk, but he just feels unafraid. Rightfully so, as they make it go onto the Leshrac. The Leshrac is going to get pushed back. They'll also put down the Serpents. Valky will drop, no delay. The lift, though, does look like it might deal a lot of damage into Sono, but oh, look at that. The Life Stealer save is there, and now suddenly that kill that you tried to get will cost you your life. The RP is alright, but where's the follow-up as the meatball does drop, but Kukahuk just presses Q and doesn't care about that. And now they also get the big latch onto both the Invoker and the PA. PA tries to break it, but will drop. Actually survive against Akashi. So a consolation prize there, but Invoker just melts, and that's a 5 for 1. Man, Luxor just feel in control of this game. Infinity keep trying to force these fights, and it just doesn't seem to be working. But as I say that, who cares? Because look who's back. It's Valky and Raykill. Valky taking a lot of damage, does manage to heal himself up. Stiflers, I think, will go down here. Pops the ultimate, and indeed he will fall. Raykill wants to go in as well. Will get the root onto Sono. So Sono also going to drop. The latch won't matter. So they do get 2 kills at the cost of their tower. But that still feels real bad for Infinity. Let's look at this. Valky is just unafraid, walking up on the high ground, taking a lot of damage. There's good catch. The Blink Dagger is completed for the Slardar, so if they're not careful, they could lose that Leshrac very quickly. Lesh does now have a mechanism, and a Rakill going for that Maelstrom. So in theory, if this game goes late, it could look pretty good for Infinity. I think PA accidentally sent back the Orb of Destruction. No. Decides that he doesn't want it. Oh, look at that. The hookshot in. They're fighting for the runes. But they'll actually just get it and get out for free. They lose nothing. And down bottom, Valky. Oh, Valky, are you going to survive? No. And the Diabolic Edict isn't going to be there. Tower hits also aren't going to do enough. And up top, they have to be careful or else Prada might go down. The Dream Coil is out, but yeah, that is a very dead Magnus. However, they do manage to take out Sono and Akashi on 1 HP. He will survive, and now Rakill in a lot of trouble himself. Forced to zip out. The dagger will take out Akashi. And actually, Atan, you may have gone a little bit too deep here, as he will fall. Does take out the position 4, but that's a kill to G-Pride. And suddenly, it might be even more as Stiflers is going to get caught out. Cold Snap cooldown talent is not available yet. That is the level 15 stun misses, but it doesn't matter. G-Pride gets it. G-Pride actually takes the guaranteed crit. No, sends it back. What are you bringing out now? What are you bringing out now? You're bringing out the Vambrace. Okay. And once this PA gets a BKB, that will also be a very good item for her in this game. Sanj and Yasha, though. So decides that status resistance is equally important and isn't entirely wrong as Valky gets initiated on, but they're going to very quickly get a kill of their own onto Sono. Of course, Valky is the more valuable kill, but at least they get something out of it. And Akashi has to be careful as he could take a lot of damage. However, a coil has come out onto this PA. An excellent lift from Alone will do quite a lot, but the stun comes in. The mana burn, though, is huge. The RP as well. It's good. And they're dealing a lot of damage as Dyer's now forced to retreat. Kuka Hook, very weak, will get hit with a crit from G-Pride and fall. And then on the sidelines, Akashi will also take another crit and die as Alone cleans up Stiflers. And suddenly, the timing has been hit. The power spike is there as Infinity, they walk into the Roche pit. They looked a little bit on the back foot earlier, but that was an excellent fight for them, and that will lead into a Roche, which will absolutely give them a strong position as this game goes forward. And suddenly, the control feels like it's almost flipped. And I have to mention that beautiful RP from Prada. It looked a little bit dicey, but the RP hit onto 3 and set up so much. Valky has the mech. I'm not sure what item he's going for next. Currently going for the casual plate mail. An excellent counter to the Slardar ultimate, obviously. Actually currently under a ward, has to be careful. He's taking damage, and he has no method of survival. It's just Rakill in the area. And it looks like will pop, and the Dream Coil will come out onto Rakill. Rakill instantly pops the leash. A nice little lift up from Alone should probably save Rakill. But it looks like Infinity, they want to go back in. G-Pride, he's feeling very confident. He will blink onto Stiflers and just annihilate him. The cart being the Observer ward that they didn't know they needed, and they'll also get the D ward that gave them the kill. And honestly, it feels bad when they lose their Leshrac, but really, you know, they're getting trades out of it. Getting trades out of it, and they're generally being favored. So at this stage, I think you're okay with it. As they're trading tier 2s right now, but I have to say, I think G-Prime might go up high ground. No, he will not. Instead, they will find Sono. Sono is getting rapidly snapped up by that cold snap. course, Alone still not level 15. It looks like they might be trying to make a play onto Alone. But that is not the play that you want to make, Stiflers, as now they will get a beautiful coil. The stun is there as well. They'll take out the Invoker very fast. The RP only connects onto one, but it's a big target. It's a big target. That's very low, but he won't quite be able to get the kill. Kuka Hook will be able to get out, but that was only the Aegis. So now Valky doing everything he can to get back in. And actually, look at that, a beautiful little blink out from G-Pride. They have to be a little bit careful as they're getting gone on. G-Pride will get a nice little blink out, but he's being chased. He's being hunted. He'll go invisible. Is it going to be enough? No, he gets silenced. He gets bashed. He's getting hit with everything. Kuka Hook will get the kill. And just as I mentioned, the powerful position that Infinity find themselves in, they take a beautiful fight. It did cost them a buyback, but it's a lot of gold. And you're very, very willing to give up that buyback on just the Shadow and the Clock, because look at the money that Lifestealer just got, that Slardar just got. And that was a fight into an Aegis. And they just nailed it. Look at this. Alone. He has the Meteor Hammer. I suppose it is a combo. But it feels a bit strange to me. I feel like you definitely want that Aghanims. And now there's a Blink available for Sono as well. So if they find literally anyone, they can get on top of him with 3 heroes. 4. 5! Just gets worse for them. Look, Valky may be the sacrificial lamb. No, he will avoid the ward. Prada, though, he will definitely see that Obs ward. Question is, who will they send to D-ward it? Looks like Valky will be the man to do it. Actually, look at this bait. Question is, will they be able to find anything? They have no vision. They have no idea where Dire is right now. Though they probably have an inkling of a guess. Alone walks in the Roche pit, but that Roche is nowhere near back up. And I don't know about this Meteor Hammer. It definitely feels a little bit odd to me. It doesn't feel very consistent. And real quick, while we have a lull in the action, I will go ahead and check. Yeah, Meteor Hammer is 2,000 gold, so that's half of an Aghanims. Or alternatively, that's like an entire Yule's. Or most of a Yule. Oh, it feels slightly concerning to me. Beautiful rocket will scout out all of Radiant's heroes. And that will allow Luxor to once again maneuver themselves into Radiant jungle. Look at this. G-Pride almost has a Satanic up once again, just farming so incredibly quickly. Dagger will not get him any last hits. He'll be forced to use that W. Now, a smoke has been bought. But unfortunately, there is a Clockwork Flare. Once again, on target. Joker leaving his Forge Spirit in the pit, but Roshan's still not up for about 2 more minutes at the very minimum. As, well, that is a very dead Ember. That is a coil for your position 4, however, they're just going to walk up high ground with the birds as well. Unfortunately, Infinity is forced to respond and look at that. The Alacrity trying to slow down this push, but Kuka Hook, who takes a lot of damage, has to be very careful after that huge bit of burst damage. The question is, will G-Pride try and look for something? They'll pop the smoke. Not sure if it was spotted. The Sunstrike won't show anything. They're currently on the hunt. They're unfortunately running the wrong way. A good scan, though. Look at this perfect exit from the side of Luxor, as they will lose no one. Lysair is all the way backed out. Are they even going to catch Stiflers? No. Wait, maybe. Ember is actually TPing up to the outpost, trying to take a little bit of a different wrap here. But he just misses Stiflers. No, the vision's there, and he will get the root. However, it looks like it may have been a bit of a bait, as suddenly there is a long form stun onto him. And oh no, the Dagon with the leash comes out. He's still alive though, and they'll take out on the back lines the Shadow Shaman, but there's a Whiffed RP, so that won't get them anywhere. Valky taking a lot of damage, and oh no, the fast puck! Very hard to catch, Stiflers will fall. That orb is just a little bit too quick. As he will actually just do a drive-by. However, he is under a ward. Is G-Pride going to go in? It looks like he is, but he's going to get stunned up. A good disarm actually won't connect. So now G-Pride taking a lot of damage, but he pops the Satanic, and suddenly Kuka Hook has to be very careful. He'll go down! What an insane little bit of series of damage. As the Alacrity just gives him a kill. And what looked like a poor fight has suddenly turned into a nice fight. For the side of Infinity, they're going to be able to siege a tier 2 of their own here if they so desire. This Puck is just forced to leave. Just the drive-by Dagon. But look at this. Infinity not happy just to let this Puck get out for free with that. It is 28 minutes, so they may look to reclaim their outpost. They still know that Roshan is not up, thanks to that Sunstrike. Still not even available. What'll it be? What'll it be? Ooh. Pretty long spawn. It's actually a middle spawn, I lied to you. Oh, and that's why the PA didn't take the Orb of Destruction. Ah, yes, understood. The PA didn't take the Orb of Destruction because it was a Philosopher's Stone. My mistake. Look, they're both red balls. Alright, look. One's a ball with a black background and it's red. The other one's a red ball with a red background. Can't blame me for that, as oh no, the Dagon is there, and a ton is just going to exfil so easily thanks to that extra orb speed. I said it's the level 20 talent. Look, the D ward won't even be allowed. The ward will expire. Oh no. Look at this though. There is a smoke from G-Pride. Obviously, it's the ability, not a smoke of deceit. But they'll maybe catch Stiflers. It has a much shorter break range. Will expire though. And now G-Pride is going for that Aghanims, and Stiflers gone. That is just a very dead hero. As the Empower gives that base damage increase. It's a lot of damage. PA will walk into the Roche Pit. Notice it's up and will actually just start hitting it. With the Alacrity as well, that's a free courier for them. And no matter how much you may want to contest this, it just falls too fast. And that was without... I just want to point out, that wasn't a DD, guys. That was just G-Pride having Empower and Alacrity. Because Alacrity also, okay, it gives just flat bonus damage. It's not bonus base damage or anything. But this PA does definitely hit like a truck, and now G-Pride is unafraid, walking up the high ground. And I have to imagine they will get a lane out of this, as they also have... not the full Solar Crest, just the Medallion, but what are you going to do, as there's also a Lotus Orb? Oh no, you have to be so careful, Stiflers. One crit will spell your doom. What? G-Pride so far not getting super lucky. There's the crit. Kuka Hook a little bit tankier. And the tower providing good armor as well. But with that, they'll actually get traded on. But, G-Pride don't care. G-Pride are going for the top tower. They get the instant bash onto Sono. Look, there is a little rotation from Akashi in on the back lines, but alone is invisible. And Akashi will not get the stun that he's looking for, but G-Pride taking a lot of damage, and he may actually go down. Oh, but that is a very dead starter, and he will instantly buy back, but what an RP from Prada! Valky taking a lot of damage. Is he going to go down? It looks like he will. Indeed, does fall. But now it's going to be a disastrous fight for Luxor as the Shadow Shaman falls as well. Die back on the Slardar. Clockwork as well. Drops. However, oh, that's an E-Blade. That's terrifying, but the bash is there. However, the Blink Dagger, is it going to come off cooldown? It is not. The bash, the stun, is a ton going to be able to get out? No, doesn't have buyback either. Reikil will drop, but he puts down the Remnant before he does, knowing that he's going to die so that he may buy back and return immediately to the fight. Now it's just Lifestealer with a buyback. Everyone else has died back, but no, GG is called. Infinity will take the game and take the series with a firm 2-0. And that will put them into second place in the groups. And poor Luxor, having a very rough time in this tournament. We will not see them again today, as our next match will be Crewmate versus Incubus Club. We'll just have to see how that goes. Again, since it's in between matches, it'll probably be about 10 minutes. But for now, I'm going to go... Oh, why is there a spammer in my chat? Hold on. Easy. Alright, guys. No, but with that, I will see you guys, I'll see you guys shortly. Be right back.